Watch this.
At the time that I went to the music business, the audience was only 1 million. I expanded it to 20 million. I had gross impressions of over 4 billion around the world. I was able to mobilize audiences in Japan, 60,000 people a night with the language barriers, but still able to sell products and goods. I was able to go into business, go into Madison Avenue, and do business with all of your top, whatever, Procter & Gamble, you name it. So if you need a partner that can shed some light on those things, whether you're social media based or offline, I can be of service. I can help you. Maybe you can do business. So controlling the story and the message is why social media empowers businesses. Your competitors, you either tell your story or your competitors will tell your story. And when your competitors tell your story, you best believe it's not going to be a shining story.
I also wanted to have you talk about your businesses, Alchemist. You talked about diversifying. You actually have a diversification of businesses.
Well, I got into Alchemist. I was invited in by a couple of friends who, they've been successful in other businesses, and they said, Hammer, you should get in MMA with us. And I've been an MMA fan, a combat fan, a boxing fan, a sports fan, again, since I was a kid. So I was like, yeah, I love the space. And then I did my research, obviously, and I saw that it's the fastest growing sport in the world. And with my love of technology, here's what I've always said from the beginning. The day that the online connects to offline events, that's the ultimate efficiency and chance for revenue. So what I meant by that was that there is already an existing audience. So imagine that all these events at MMA are selling out. There's 20,000 people there. So what I just did was I started a business that already has 100 events going on around the globe, in Brazil, in Japan, and they had management companies, but there was an opportunity to bring in a new management company. The management company, we're going to take care of our brands, our fighters, and give them more opportunities and diversify. But from my perspective, now I've tapped into an audience of millions across the globe. Wow, there's a lot that can happen within those audiences. And it's a connected audience. So if you look at the demographics, the target group that is excited about this sport, they're into technology, mobile devices, their families, and so it's a great opportunity. So we started Alchemist. The company is growing. We have already probably 5 fighters that will fight in championships in the next year or so. It's around that amount, as you saw in the Stanford presentation. It's not that kind of real. So my suggestion was that this would be the best time to start a new business right now. That was in 2010. I just read an article yesterday on venture capitalism. It said that this is the greatest time ever, and it used the same factors. Right now, in order to create a business, because of cloud computing, because of open source, because of office space being cheap, because of being able to beta test, as I said in the presentation, you can test out your business and get your feedback online, your focus groups and everything. And so now, to scale up is a lot easier and a lot cheaper. So it was a great time. It remains a great time to start a business. And I'll be back at Stanford tomorrow. I'm going to do 2 classes, but this will be on personal branding and social media.